Hey, good Tuesday evening. Thanks for logging on, checking out a short-term forecast update here at Iowa Storm Center. Was not planning to do any additional updates, but we need to discuss some actually pretty drastic changes that have taken place earlier this afternoon. So focusing on that frontogenesis snow band, basically that area that's going to see the highest snowfall totals. And this is what we had overnight last night. This has been very consistent to even yesterday when we talked about this. And then as we went throughout the day today, we started to trend this to the west. And so now that brought, as a result, your higher snowfall totals, obviously farther to the west. So first thing is first, touching on the blizzard warning. Obviously, starting this evening across western Iowa, more towards midnight across central Iowa. So looking at the forecast radar, kind of timing things out here. Overall timing on rain moving over to snow, timing on snow across central and eastern Iowa, that really hasn't changed. But the longer duration of snowfall is probably one thing to note here across western Iowa. So 6 p.m., 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, midnight here. You're going to notice from places like Estherville, even just southeast of Spencer here, Algona, Storm Lake, Fort Dodge, Denison, Carroll, Harlan. That's going to be an area to watch very, very carefully for a tight corridor of heavier snowfall here. Getting into 1 a.m., 2, 3, 4, 5 a.m., and 6 a.m. Notice how the snow sits over western Iowa and lingers for a longer period of time. This is a huge change from what we talked about yesterday. Getting into 7 a.m., 8, 9, 10, 11, and there's by noon tomorrow. So your timing on snow exiting across central, eastern Iowa, that really hasn't changed. It's mainly across western Iowa. That is the big change through this update. Going through 1 o'clock tomorrow afternoon, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6 p.m. tomorrow evening. Obviously touching on the wind, that is a big concern later tonight. Obviously what's going to lead to those blizzard conditions here. We already started to see the 40, 50 mile an hour wind gusts here at the office about 2:45 this afternoon. So that wasn't too far off to what we talked about yesterday. But I think this wind really starts to gradually see an uptick here as we get towards 7 to 10 p.m. this evening. That's when you're going to see the strongest wind gusts of around, I think, 55 to maybe even as high as 65 miles per hour. And keep in mind, when you start talking that kind of wind, you're starting to potentially rip things apart, causing damage. So keep that in mind here as we go into the overnight period. There's that peak wind gust into southwest Iowa that could potentially top 65, 70 miles per hour here into the pre-dawn hours of Wednesday morning. But as you're going through 3 a.m. and even through 7 a.m. here, continuing to see constant wind gusts 40 to 60 miles per hour. I'm going to fast forward a little bit here because the wind stays very strong tomorrow. It's though as we're getting to the mid-afternoon tomorrow when we start to see the winds start to gradually dissipate from west to east. So this is 3 o'clock tomorrow afternoon, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And then looking at the updated snowfall forecast, a couple things to note here. Obviously, with the shift west in that frontogenesis banding, you've now added northwest Iowa, most of northwest Iowa anyway, into a good 2 to 6 inch snow here. As a result, much of central eastern Iowa, larger expansive area of a trace to 2. And then another area I want to highlight here is going to be just west of Mason City, down through Fort Dodge, Denison, Carroll, Harlan areas, and then up towards Storm Lake. And then just southeast of the office, taking it back up to Estherville, and then into far southern Minnesota. This is going to be an area to watch for 6+ inches of snow. And I think that it could be on the widespread scale. And a model that takes over 100 algorithms into account has started to expand that 6+ inch zone, which I think indicates the high favorability that this area I have circled is likely going to get at least 6 inches of snow. No matter how you look at it though, obviously because of the wind out there, it's going to be very hard to measure. But I wanted to bring you guys a quick update, talk about the big change we've seen this afternoon. We'll continue to watch this, keep fine-tuning this as we go through the evening. If need be, we'll throw out another update, but right now, not anticipating it. Hope you guys have a great evening. We'll chat with you guys soon.